Welcome back to the channel, guys. Footy Meech here. Glad you guys can join me on Season 3, Episode 1. We're going to do things a little bit differently here, just kind of a summary of the season. Keep the videos a bit shorter. They tend to be a little bit more enjoyable from basically what my YouTube is recommending me as well. So if you guys do enjoy the channel, you leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Without further ado, Season 3, after coming in a disastrous Season 2, we're in a bit of a better position right now. Currently sitting in 5th with 29 points, 8 wins, 5 draws, 7 losses. So ideally, if we can kind of finish third again like we did in the first season, would be a good achievement to get us into that European chance for that, into that Europa. But if not, then we can always kind of default into the Conference League. Let's look at the notable signings for this season, and not a whole lot, but we did focus on getting a striker, Kevin Nesbitt. He played also for Hibs for a bit in the lower leagues, the Scottish leagues, and recently went to Millwall in the Championship, but he decided to come back and tear it up with us. So he's been doing pretty well. 7 goals in 17 appearances, and also 6 goals in the cup. So he's had he's in pretty good form, better than what we had with Bruce Anderson as well. Other than that, a couple guys we just kind of poached from Celtic, not a whole lot, haven't made debut yet. It was more so kind of just to kind of fill up the reserves and seeing if they develop. As you guys can see, they're not really panning out too well. Haven't given them the opportunity. Got this guy, older gentleman here, has got some good marking and passing, but more kind of a impact sub. If anything, if there's some injuries, he's just kind of more there. Just needed a ball moving defenseman, not defenseman, center back. Not too many guys out. We also did end up getting a Serbian goalkeeper, Marko Kopic. As soon as I signed him, he was eligible, getting a work permit, and then as soon as I loaned him out, he got these random attributes of doesn't play big matches and got his injury proneness as well. So that is not good, but he is playing there quite a bit, so keep him going there. Maybe, he can be a future for us. We'll see. Maybe it's just a quick flip, just make some money. We don't know. We'll find out. As for the guys this season so far, I would say it's been pretty good. We did do an amazing cup run, guys. We went all the way to the finals and ended up losing to Hibs. So that's one bonus part of the first half of the season here. A couple tough fixtures there as well in the beginning, but we started picking up some form there in September with some nice wins. October was pretty mediocre. Should have probably got a nice win against St. Johnstone. Got battered by Hibs there, and then November kind of followed up with kind of the same thing. Lost to Hearts and Rangers, and then honestly, December I would say it was pretty good. Other than the fact that we lost to Hibs in the final, they got like a 90, what was it, a 90-minute goal or something along those lines, 88th. So that was kind of tough, but also the fact that we lost Scott Twine. He's been playing really well for us, probably the most unformed player that we had, and the fact that we lost him was a bit of the difference maker as well. And then we kind of lost to Celtic right after that, but then we picked up some nice form there, and we just ended up beating Hibs right now to actually overlap them in the table, which is nice. So that's kind of where we're at. We do have a player coming in as well in Harper here as a left back option, more as basically a squad player, because I believe is Penrice here has been kind of complaining with the playing time. So we're going to probably make a little bit of a profit off him, and then that way we don't have any issues within the team and the squad. So that's kind of where we're at, guys. Hopefully we can kind of make a bit of a run here in the Scottish Cup as well. Very disappointing the fact that we lost in the finals there. Was really hoping to get a trophy in our third season, at least a domestic one. So hopefully we can make a bit of a run here in the Scottish Cup, and then see how we go, especially with Scott Twine coming back. The only thing is he does have a clause about 2.5 million, so if we end up losing him, it will be pretty disheartening. As for the tactics, not a whole lot has changed. Just a couple injuries here as well. James McCarthy's been mainly their right back. That's kind of primary the lineup that we've been kind of going with right now. Kearney's been playing phenomenal for us, especially at his age, putting up 5 goals. So we've been utilizing him as well, and he's enjoying his time at Dundee. So hopefully he can keep that going. And yeah, that's kind of the goalkeeper this year has been a lot better than his previous season. So it's good to see some improvement within the squad. And we've been a little bit more attacking, getting the wing backs, the fullbacks in there as well. And also just being more of an attacking team due to the squad that we have right now. Bruce Anderson has been terrible as usual. 44 appearances, 3 goals. Not what we expected when we were signing this bad boy. So that's kind of where we're at. A couple young guys still here. If you guys remember him from the first season, Mitchell, he's kind of come back. I've been calling him up recently. He scored a goal right away as soon as I subbed him in. Didn't play at all last season, and also a generated player here, Jack Bell. He's playing quite a bit. Some good attributes for us for sure in the mental aspect. Hopefully his physical and technical go up as well. 17 years old, young guy, looking to retain his services in the long run or make a potential profit off him. As you guys can see, currently finished 5th, so a huge improvement from the previous season. Still haven't come close to the first season where we ended up finishing 3rd, but definitely a step in the right direction here for us. We were able to qualify for a chance to get into either the European Conference League, which is going to be huge. It's going to bring an influx of money, which is going to help the club track players and have a bigger wage budget, also transfer budget as well. Some highlights here, as you guys can see, Kevin Nesbitt here, one of our transfers that we got, 23 goals in the season, which is definitely huge for us. He was definitely one of those key factors. He did have a short stint with Hibs there for quite a bit. I think, what did he play there for? About 80 games for them. So he's familiar with the Scottish Premiership, and he was definitely a huge player. As you guys can see, 17 goals in the Premiership and a total of 23, which was huge for us. As for you guys, we did end up sticking with basically the same formation here. Positions that we're going to be looking to replace here is probably going to be the right back position and also possibly one of the center backs as well, and then also attacking midfielder here, because Tom Kearney is getting a bit old there. He's definitely a good veteran player, brings a lot of leadership, but some young blood in there was definitely going to beef up the squad, so that way we can be challenging on the top table, but also going a bit deep in the Conference League as well. So we were able to bring in 2 guys on a free in those positions that I just mentioned here. Adam Leon's here as well from Blackpool. Definitely a great attacking-minded right back. Can play left and right. He's got some good determination as well. Marking decent, passing decent, crossing as well. Can improve a little bit. His finishing is not bad as well. So a really great player, young, Irish. So he's got some good traits here. So I'm super stoked that we got this guy on a good deal, and especially the fact that we got him on a free. And so hopefully his value is going to help us succeed. Joe Powell here as well. We got him from a previous West Ham prospect, and so he's got some pretty good attributes. Left-footed, didn't actually score any goals, but I think he's going to score quite a few for us as well and set up a lot of guys. Going to have him more in a bit of an attacking position up here. So hopefully he's going to bring quite a bit of value for us, and relatively young as well. And the best part is we got him on a free. So some huge signings there. Quite happy with how the season ended and that aspect of things, and the players that we did bring in here. Also Marco Kopic here as a backup goalie, but not too happy with his attributes there. So it might be a quick flip with him. Cameron Harper here was a guy that we just brought in quickly due to the fact that we got rid of James Penrice here to Derby. We made a bit of a profit, but he started complaining about his playing time, so we were able to dip into the market, get this guy from the Scottish League One after his team got relegated. He's happy to play a impact role and is hopefully can become a decent Premiership backup for us, or potentially a starter, who knows. So not some bad attributes is there. So quite happy with the signings, got rid of some dead weight, and yeah, the formation basically stuck the same, guys. Not a whole lot here. How the finances are looking here, we got about $5 million transfer budget, which is going to be huge going into season 5. So we did end up going to another cup final that we ended up losing here to Rangers, guys. So two back-to-back cup finals that we lost here, one to Hibs and one to Rangers. I guess you can look at it from the bright side that we are starting to compete for these trophies. We are starting to get there to the semis and the finals. It's just that last bit of push, and hopefully those two players that I showed you will be the difference maker moving forward. We had a great bit of a run here in March, and then a bit of a tough February. And, obviously after that loss to Hibs there in the final in the 98th minute, it's tough, but guys were able to bounce back. We were able to get in a good position here, and we had a good cup run there as well. But unfortunately, we just fell short to Rangers. I actually thought we were going to beat them, but also we got into some pretty bad form there at the end of the season. So maybe that played a bit of a factor, but who knows? So hopefully, with the depth that we got coming in, it's going to be a bit better for us. Not a whole lot else to kind of really go over for you guys other than the season preview and club expectations. They just want us to basically stick what we've been sticking with. Show you guys that in a second here. Just a couple guys. I don't know where I just had that right here for a sec. There it is. Oh, well, I guess I can't go back to it. You guys didn't miss much. I just went over kind of the signings and so on and so forth. But yeah, that's kind of, we're probably going to look at some rid of the dead weight here. Pontage, let some of the younger players that we have coming up here, like Montgomery. It's one of the good players that we got coming up through the academy. Got him 2 appearances. He's doing pretty good in his league. So hopefully get some of these guys loaned out and get some, the Jack Bell's definitely our best prospect that we have. His attributes are starting to skyrocket, so get this guy a full season here. As you guys can see in the corner right there, his potential is good. So it's definitely a guy hopefully we can build upon and can be there for the future. Other than that, guys, not a whole lot. This was the season wrap-up for Season 4. I'm going to kind of keep them a bit shorter. If you guys actually do enjoy me kind of going through the season, like in video 1 and 2, where I'm kind of going through part 1 and part 2, I'll definitely maybe in the next one here in Season 5, actually, if I do a cup final, I'll actually record that instead. But unfortunately, we did lose 2. It's kind of heartbroken, but hopefully this time around we'll actually win a few. So with the signings that we got, and like I said, I'm going to try to strengthen up maybe this position, also get a backup keeper as well, which will benefit us, and then hopefully not as much injuries as before. We were actually always kind of the top 3 teams here when it came to injuries. Kevin Nesbitt almost ended up winning the league for the top goal scorer, but I'd like to see a little bit some other players here as well starting to compete with these roles. So that's pretty much it, guys. Happy that we qualified for that conference league as well, so it's going to be huge. I would like to kind of at least finish 3rd next season. Hearts do got a good manager in place with Jesse Marsh, so it's going to be a bit tough. I know he's a good manager, so we're going to see what we can do. But it was really cool to see Rangers win it actually on the last day of the season. Celtic ended up drawing and Rangers actually won, so they beat me, I believe. So they were able to, I've actually saw them lift 2 trophies. I saw them with the League Cup, and I also saw them spank me in the Premiership. So we'll be back for Season 5. We'll just do a quick recap. Like I said, if you guys do enjoy the videos to be a bit longer, leave a comment down below, or if you guys just prefer these like quick review seasons, just let me know as well. I'm just trying to mix it up a little bit, see what kind of gets a better response. And yeah, so glad you guys could tune in. Footy Meat here for you guys. If you guys like in contact, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. It means a lot for the channel. Catch you guys on the next video. Cheers.